In this video, we are going to talk about how to convert an equation from polar coordinates to Cartesian coordinates, and also how to convert equation from the Cartesian coordinates to the polar coordinates. Convert the equation to an equation in polar coordinates. A. R squared equals 4 cos 2 theta. The most important thing to remember is that x is equal to r cos theta, and then y is equal to r sin theta, and also r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. This is the three most important equations you must remember when converting from either polar to Cartesian or from Cartesian to polar. So now we know that r squared is equal to 4 cos 2 theta. But remember that cos 2 theta from trigonometry can be expressed as cos squared theta minus sin squared theta. So it becomes r squared equals 4 into bracket cos squared theta minus sin squared theta. So we can rewrite this as r squared equals 4 times cos theta squared minus sin theta squared. But remember that if we make sin theta the subject here, sin theta is equal to y over r, and cos theta is equal to x over r. So r squared becomes 4 times into bracket x over r all squared minus sin theta, which is y over r all squared. So at the end of the day, the equation becomes r squared is equal to 4 times to bracket x squared minus y squared all over r squared. But we know that r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. So it becomes r squared equals 4 into bracket x squared minus y squared over r squared. So if we multiply through by r squared, so here by r squared and this side too by r squared, this r squared and this one will cancel. So r squared times r squared is r exponent 4. So r exponent 4 is equal to 4 times x squared minus y squared. But remember that r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. So we are going to replace this by x squared plus y squared. So the final equation becomes x squared plus y squared all squared is equal to 4 times x squared minus y squared. So this is the equation. Now these two equations are very important, and I will later do a video on conic sections where we will talk about the parabola and then the hyperbola. Then that is where we will understand the meaning of this type of equations. Let's come to the B part. B is r sec theta equals 4. Now sec theta is the same as 1 over cos theta, so it becomes 1 r over cos theta equals 4. So r is equal to 4 cos theta. But remember that if we make cos theta the subject, cos theta is equal to x over r. So r becomes 4 times x over r, and therefore r squared is equal to 4x. But we know that r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. So x squared plus y squared is equal to 4x. So if we bring 4 to this side of the equation, let me continue from here. X squared plus y squared minus 4x is equal to 0. Now, all we can do is to complete the squares on both sides. Complete the squares. So let's use completion of squares to do this. So what we'll do is that you find half of the x term and then you square it and then you add it to both sides of the equation. So it becomes x squared minus 4x. Then half of minus 4 is minus 2. Minus 2 squared is 4. So plus 4. Then plus y squared is equal to, we add 4 to the side. So it's equal to 4. So we can write this in terms of x minus a. So this becomes x minus 2 squared. Then plus y squared is equal to 4. Now, remember that equation of a circle is x minus a squared, then plus y minus b squared equals r squared. So we can rewrite all of this as x minus 2 squared, then plus y squared equals 2 squared. So this is a circle with center 2, 0, and then radius 2 units. So sorry, these are equations in polar coordinates, so we need to convert them to Cartesian coordinates. So let's come to C, which is r equals 2a tan theta. We know that tan theta is the same as cos theta over sin theta. So r is equal to 2a cos theta over sin theta. But remember that cos theta is equal to x over r. And then sin theta is equal to y over r. So r is equal to 2a then times x over r divided by y over r. So r is equal to 2a times x over r then times y. Sorry. So we'll flip the denominator, which becomes r over y. So this r and this r can cancel out. So at the end of the day, r is equal to 2a x over y. Now, what we need to do is let's square both sides. So if we square this side, then we square this side, you see that r squared is equal to 2a squared becomes 4a squared, then x squared over y squared. Now let's multiply both sides by y squared. So this one will cancel out. So we have r squared y squared equals 4a squared x squared. But we know that r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. So x squared plus y squared times y squared is equal to 4a squared x squared. So transform the following equation to polar coordinates. So we have a 2x squared plus 2y squared equals 3. So it's 2x squared plus 2y squared is equal to 3. So let's factorize 2 out. We'll be left with x squared plus y squared is equal to 3. Now, we know that r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. Therefore, this becomes 2r squared equals 3. So r squared is equal to 3 over 2. And therefore, r is equal to plus or minus square root of 3 over 2. Let's come to the second one, b. b is 4x squared y equals 1. But we know that x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta. So it becomes 4, then x squared becomes r cos theta all squared, then times r sin theta equals 1. So let me divide through by 4. So here becomes 1 over 4. So it becomes, if we expand this becomes r squared cos squared theta, then times r sin theta equals 1 over 4. But we know that r squared and r will give us r cubed. So here becomes r cubed cos squared theta sin theta equals 1 over 4. So to make r the subject, then we'll divide through by cos squared theta sine theta. So r cube is equal to 1 over 4 cos squared theta sine theta. Let's come to the last part, which is x squared plus 3y squared equals 3. So this becomes x is r cos theta all squared, then plus 3 times r sine theta all squared equals 3. So here becomes r squared cos squared theta, then plus 3r squared, then sine squared theta is equal to 3. But cos squared theta is equal to half of 1 plus cos 2 theta. Then sine squared theta is also equal to half of 1 minus cos 2 theta. So all of this becomes, let's factorize r squared out. It becomes r squared times cos squared theta plus sine 3 sine squared theta equals 3. So this becomes r squared, then 1 over 2 cos squared theta is 1 plus cos 2 theta, then plus 3 over 2. This is 3 over 2. Then sine squared theta becomes 1 minus cos 2 theta bracket close equals 3. So this becomes, now if we multiply through by 2, it becomes r squared then times 1 plus cos 2 theta, then plus 3 times 1 becomes 3, then 3 times minus cos 2 theta becomes minus 3 cos 2 theta, then equals 3 times 2 is 6. So this becomes r squared into brackets 1 plus 3 is 4, then cos 2 theta minus 3 cos 2 theta becomes minus 2 cos 2 theta equals 6. So we can factorize 2 out of this equation. So this becomes 2r squared into bracket 2 minus cos 2 theta equals 6. So if we divide through by 2, here becomes 3, and therefore r squared is equal to 6 divided by 2 into bracket 2 minus, yes, cos 2 theta, and this is equal to 3 divided by 2 minus cos 2 theta.